Welcome to Planet of the Apps.
Planet of the Apps. What a great name that is.
Developers work to earn millions of dollars in venture capital investment. It begins with the pitch to 4 of the world's most culturally influential entrepreneurs. will.i.am.
Developers, they're the rock stars.
We'll talk about these guys in a minute.
I have that gut and that intuition.
She has. You'll see the gut in a minute.
Gary Vee.
You've actually completely sold me on the tech advantage.
And Gwyneth Paltrow.
As consumers of news, we have a real trust issue.
The developers have just 60 seconds on the escalator to get one of our advisors interested in their idea.
Are you ready to pitch? Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
These are 4 of the most influential entrepreneurs on the planet. Debatable. Well, actually, they probably are influential, but only because the average person's intelligence is pretty low. There's a lot of idiots out there, let's be honest.
They'll work with their advisors.
You guys got a lot of work to do.
This isn't the pitch.
Arguably the only one on there that is going to know what he's talking about a little bit is Gary Vee. He's a bit of a dick, but that's okay. I think he's pretty brilliant with it. But it's Zane Lowe. But 60 seconds is not enough time to pitch your app, unless it's literally they're coming on, they got the screen, they're like, this is what my app does. You press the buttons and it orders a pizza, because you've not seen that before.
There's a big opportunity here.
Oh my God, I'm crying.
Gwyneth Paltrow cries there because they've run out of Fabergé eggs to put up her vagina, or something like that.
This is the biggest opportunity in my life.
Planet of the Apps. Watch the journey unfold on Apple Music.
It just looks like a bad show, and let's discuss some of the people on it and why clearly these are the best people you can have on this show, and it's going to be just fantastic. I just don't see what will.i.am has to do with tech and apps. I mean, what does music have to do with technology? He just sings songs.
Well, what does music have to do with technology? You sing songs. What? Slow down. Yeah, I sing songs. Mozart played the piano, but his songs sold pianos.
Whoa. He really told me. Okay, you got me listening, will.i.am. I think maybe you have got a place on this panel. So what other nuggets of wisdom have you got for me?
Gramophones. It first was gramophone, and that gramophone is now our Grammy Award. And we went from selling gramophones and music being played on gramophones to music being played on iPhones. And now we have iTunes.
Well, to be fair, he has been doing some tech stuff. He's trying to be a tech entrepreneur. And he made this thing called the Pulse, and basically it's a watch. Well, is it a watch? I think it's a watch.
Right now, people use the past for understanding of what it is. So, it's a smart watch. It's a smartphone. Actually, that's not a phone. These things we call smartphones are not phones. Just because it's on your wrist, this is not a watch.
Oh, sorry, it's not a watch. Sorry, it's not a watch. It's just not a watch.
It tells time like a watch does.
Okay, we'll give him one more chance to give us some insight into the way he thinks, into why we need this man on this panel judging fucking apps. So let's listen to what he has to say about something else.
That's terrorism. If we have a society where there is no education reform, because it's terrifying what's going to happen 15 years from now when technology goes like this, and the sentence is when artificial intelligence goes like this and group intelligence goes like that. That's terrifying. And it's a national security issue. and a human's right issue. Actually.
Oh God, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I agree with everything you said. It's definitely a human's right issue. I'm only kidding. I actually really like will.i.am. I think he's brilliant. I think he's very eccentric, and there's nothing wrong with that. People that have got quite a bit of eccentricity about them are some of the best people there's ever been on this planet. Especially, you know, I'm British, and in Britain we've got lots of eccentric people. And I actually do quite like the guy, and he does seem to know. I think he has a difficult time explaining himself properly. He just goes off to like whiz-bangy type explanations, which are very weird. But yeah, judging by those clips, you know, I'm not too sure why he's picked. But of course, you know, I've picked the ones which are funny. So of course, also on the panel, as you saw, is Gwyneth Paltrow. You know, I'm sure she'll fit on the panel just fine. I think she'll have a definite place there. She'll probably be the voice of reason. She'll have the most logical and correct thought patterns being presented as to why an app may or may not work. And I just think we really need to listen to everything she says.
I was like, I'm the most hated celebrity, like more than like Chris Brown? Like, what did I do?
Yes, what did you do? Well, first of all, you told women to put eggs of rocks inside their vaginas, and a gynecologist slammed you. You also think it's possible to avoid tumours just by what you eat. And of course, you find it difficult to identify anyone who makes only $25,000 a year. And you think that your job of being an actress doing one movie now and again is harder work than a working mum. Yes, what did you do indeed? Well, I think I encapsulate some of what you did there quite well. And of course, you seem to actually be a little bit mental with some of the things you believe in. You also think that being in the sun 24/7 could only be a good thing. You can't possibly go wrong with that. You think your children should live in the sun all the time. Probably don't even need skin protection on them. You know, no sort of lotion going on. Don't need anything like that because it's all natural. How can something natural possibly cause anything wrong with you? Yeah, that's definitely a clever way of thinking. Although Gwyneth Paltrow is clearly out of touch with reality, I actually quite like her. And, you know, she was in the Iron Man movies and, other movies. So, as Pepper Potts, I thought Pepper Potts was quite a good character, actually. I thought she played her quite well. So, let's not hate on her too much. Well, you can if you want. And then we have Jessica Alba, who, of course, is well known for her technological entrepreneurial savvy, business savvy. Really good with, apps and programming and the digital age in general. She's made her career via this amazing brain she has and how scientific she is. Let's take a look at some of what she's well known for. So yeah, she uses her brain. She uses her brains. I mean that's not a very good clip. That's not a very good clip either. I mean she does do more than sort of pose around and in various states of undress, looking really, really sexy. She's well known for how clever she is in the kind of lost track there. I mean, she brings a lot to the table, especially when she's dancing on it. Sorry, cheap joke. No, we definitely got a few things. I'm not even sure she could carry an iPhone in those chaps, so I'm not too sure what she's going to do with the apps. Maybe she needs an app. I mean, look, she's obviously quite resourceful there, so maybe she'll be good at telling people what apps will be useful. She might need an app to tell her how to keep her clothes on and how to coordinate them. Jokes aside, of course, I would marry her in an instant, so I'm not going to bring too much hate to her. Being a little bit sexist there, so don't get triggered. I'm sure she will give us some really insightful nuggets of wisdom when these people present their apps to them. And then finally, someone that probably does deserve to be on the panel is Gary Vee. Now, it might not work in some ways because this is going to be on Apple Music, and some of the kids watching Apple Music might not have heard of him. If they're in touch at all with the social media scene and business entrepreneurs in that environment, then maybe they will. But this guy has actually got it all together. He is doing really well for himself, and he does actually seem to know what he's talking about because of how he makes his money and, you know, his business. He probably does know a lot about things like apps, or how an app could be successful and how it could break through a particular market. So he probably is the only one actually qualified to be there. I did actually leave a comment on one of his videos the other day, and he did click love on it, so I can't diss him too much because there might be a bit of a bromance forming. But we need to take a look at this, guys, because he is a bit of a douchebag, but in a great way, in the same sort of way I am. Let's just watch these clips because they're brilliant.
All right, one more, and then I think I got to do the book signing. Yes, sir. What's your name?
My name's Jeff. Thanks for taking my question.
Sure, man.
It was good stuff.
Thanks, bro.
Liked what you had to say.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I know I'm the best. Yeah, it's okay. I know I'm the best. I'm just gonna crash down like this and listen. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me.
I'm talking about when you're kind of talking about what
Straight away, I think we know this guy's gonna get wrecked.
you're kind of talking about. What would you do for your mother, and then for your brother, and
Yeah.
then for a complete stranger?
Yeah.
I started a company called Red Monkey Foods. We do gourmet seasonings and spices. So since I am a complete stranger, would you mind tweeting about it to your 900,000 friends?
Oh, Jeff has gone in strong. Straight away, he's like, look, I need some publicity. I need you to promote my brand for me. Come on, dog. Help a guy out.
Good hustle. I'm obsessed with hustle, right? But see, what I find interesting is, even though I just gave it a really passionate talk, you went for the 19-year-old dude move, right? You tried to close on our first transaction. And so that gives you a big fucking no.
Sorry. That's a no. Gonna ruin you in front of all these people here. But thanks for coming to my talk. And the video that I left a comment on, I will show you a brief bit of it just right now, so you can get a bit more of a feel of the kind of guy this guy is.
All right, hit it. Here we go. First caller. Excited.
Hello?
What's the name? Oh, no.
That is important, guys. Remember that he wasn't given the name at the start, okay?
Sebastian, this is Gary Vee, and you're on the Ask Gary Vee show.
Yeah, baby. What's up, Gary?
Life is good. Where are you from?
So basically this guy's called up and he needs some advice for his business, and straight away Gary Vee has given him the lowdown, what this guy needs to do. Carries on a bit, blah 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 blah, and Gary Vee's like, you need to do this.
I kind of want to.
Who owns it?
Money? Me, 100%.
My intuition is that if you found a sales-driven media person and made them your business partner who was 10 years your senior and gave them 10 to 20% of the company, you could explode. Somebody who's got a Rolodex that can get a brand, smart money.
Right.
I'm the smartest fucking money you can get, but I'm not gonna help because I'm busy.
I really hope he says that on the show. Yeah, you got a good app? Yeah? I don't give a shit. Time is money, bitch. Move on. And then Gary Vee talks a little bit more with him, and this guy hasn't got a clue what he's talking about. Gary Vee saying all these things, using all these, these business terms. He's kind of like a professional talker. He knows how to say something to you, but the casual entrepreneur is a bit like, alright, yeah. What the hell? Doesn't know what he's saying. It's hilarious to listen to.
Fascinating. Thank you so much,
got it,
guys.
brother.
If there's ever an
Talk to you.
opportunity to buy you lunch on Resi, I'd love to do that.
Thank you.
And peace and love.
Thank you, you too, brother. Make sure you get me the name. Make sure you get me the name.
You're fired.
Make sure you get me the name next time, you fucking idiot. This is my show. You're ruining it. God, these amateurs I've got to work with. He absolutely roasts that guy. He's live streaming all this. He's going to put it in the video on YouTube. Make sure you get me the name. It just ruins him. It's so funny. I fucking love this guy. Also, though, with this show, like, they've got Zane Lowe presenting it. He is so annoying. Sorry, Zane. Love you, really. Basically, the show is Dragon's Den, or I think the American version is called, like, Tiger's Pen, or Snake's Lair, or Trump Towers, something like that. and these idiots, these people, sorry, come on and say, I've made a new app, it's really great. Presumably some of them probably will be actually genuinely brilliant. Probably a lot of them are going to be like, well, basically you tap the screen and the bunny rabbit jumps and he's got to go through the hoops and it's basically Flappy Bird. It will just be that 100 times. So what do you think, guys? They've actually disabled the comments on this video and it's got quite a lot of dislikes, and I didn't see that before I started watching it. I was like, this is shit before I saw that. Luckily, a lot of people also agree with me. It's just bad, it's just throwaway viewing, it's just Dragon's Den, the voice situation put together. It's just terrible, isn't it? Apple Music seems crud to me. The annoying thing is they'll probably make a shit ton of money from it. And like, they're the real winner, aren't they? Because if these geeky people that come on with this idea aren't completely ridiculed or thrown in the pit and killed, and their idea goes in the App Store, it's Apple that are going to make loads of money out of it. So it's a win-win for them, isn't it? You got to pay for Apple to watch it, you got to pay for the app to get it, and then Apple get the money when you get the... It's just like, how else can we line our pockets? Ah, this is a good idea. We'll make a stupid show called Planet of the Apps. Fuck off. Of course, if I was given the opportunity to be on a show like that, I'm sure I'd say yes as well. Well, if I knew what I was talking about, I might do. So you can't have a go at these people for being on it. Gary Vee probably will have actually some knowledge of what he's saying on there, but they probably won't listen to him. I don't know. What do you think, guys? I think it looks really good. So guys, if you like that, please click like, make sure you subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next video. And until then, don't watch this show. Well, you can if you want, do what you want, I don't care. Okay, bye.
Gramophones. It first was gramophone, and that gramophone is now our Grammy Award. And we went from selling gramophones, and music being played on gramophones, to music being played on iPhones, and now we have iTunes.
Wow.
Guys, if you're still here, you're awesome! But as you are still here, why not check out some of my other videos? Oh, and if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Laters, haters.